Hello everyone, welcome back. It's the MonkeyC developer here. So last time we left off just looking at what the ConnectIQ SDK is and how to get started, and we made a couple of watch faces, and once we got all set up, it took about 10 minutes and we made a couple of watch faces. I've still got those open here, but I wanted to start talking about the code a little bit and a little bit more about the platform. So some of you have gotten started and it's pretty easy to get going, and most everything is pretty clear what you should do. But if you're wondering what types of things are available to you in MonkeyC, then you're going to want to look at a few things. Right now I'm going to show you there's kind of a quick way. When you download the software development kit, you can click here on ConnectIQ in your Eclipse IDE, and then you can click here on API documentation. This gives you a local copy of that SDK's API documentation. You can also find it online, and I've got that pulled up right here, and those should be pretty much in sync. We're going to go with this one though. It's a little bit easier, I think, to look through, just because that's the only thing that's there. You don't have a website to look around. So if you want to find out what classes are available, if you're familiar with classes and you've done a little bit of programming, then you understand that. Then you've got your classes here, and you also have methods that you can search through. So any methods that are available, and it has the whole class path listed underneath there. So if you're ever in doubt, you don't know how to do something, you can look there. We won't look at the programmer's guide right now. That is available as well, and it tells you some things on how to do things, but these are the API docs. These are your friends. They tell you how everything is supposed to work. So right now, though, we're going to just do a simple hello world program because, well, you have to. So I'm just going to show you a few things here. This is from our My Watch Face application, which is just a watch face. And if I run it right here, it'll run here in just a moment, and you can see this is giving us the time frame in 24-hour format. So pretty simple, pretty cool. What I'm going to do here though is we're actually going to change a couple of things here. You can see a bunch of things just printed out here because I forgot to save something. That's because before I started this recording, I actually had something here, and I'll just put it back in there. You can see I've got system, and I have a print line comment, which is pretty common in programming, and I've just got a hello world here. So a few things about MonkeyC and Garmin watches and things like that. When you run these, typically they'll update once a minute. And there are some that can do some updates once per second, but you can see right now I forgot to save it, so it didn't actually come through. Typical. All right, we're going to run that again now that we have that print line saved in, and when it runs, we should see, look at that, hello world. So right now this watch is in something called low power mode, and it looks like it just had a little burst of high power mode there. But if I go here and I shut off the low power mode, you're going to start seeing that print out every second. Pretty cool, pretty basic. This is your console just like any other console in any other programming language. I'm going to go ahead and just stop that. I'm going to go ahead and comment that out. The way that comments work, it's just a double slash like that. And you can see I've actually done a little bit beforehand. You can look at a few things here. We're getting clock time here with some of the APIs that are available. We're formatting the clock time in a string, which is basically some text if you're not familiar with that. And we are saving that here to a time string. There's a variable. MonkeyC is not typed, and so, or it's duck typed rather, so you just say var, kind of like JavaScript, and then you give a variable a value, and the compiler just figures out what that needs to be based off of what you give it. So, and then we have our view, which is a different concept. We'll get into that later. But in that view, we set the text, and you can see right here the text for that view, which is what's displaying our time. It's set to the value of this time string, which is the clock time. As we can see, it's the clock time formatted And so what we're going to do, we're going to simplify it a little bit more. We're not going to worry about the time. We're just going to do the classic Hello World program, but displaying something on the screen so you can see what text looks like and how to run that. So let's go ahead and run that. Oh, let's save it first. Now let's go ahead and run that. And boom, look at that. Nice Hello World on a watch face. And it's really as simple as that to kind of get started. It gives you an idea of how MonkeyC works and how some of those things start to come together. And we will look at a few more things as we continue on in our tutorials. But wanted to give you a quick one today, and we will see you soon. Thanks.